Hi, my name is Kimberly Inez Mays, and for those who don't know me, I demystify technology for small, medium-sized businesses so that they can generate and nurture leads with marketing automation and AI. How is everyone doing today? All right, start of a brand new year. Exciting times, exciting times. So if you are listening on January the 1st, 2025, I want to wish you a happy and abundant new year. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to touch the mic. And if you are not listening on January 1st, 2025, happy new year as well, because I believe every day is its own new year. So happy new year to you as well. And right now in this video or audio, if you're listening, I want to talk about how AI and automation work together in marketing. And if this is something that is valuable to you and you feel it could be valuable to others, go ahead and like and share, because sharing is caring. Now let's get into it. How does AI and automation actually work together in marketing? And I'm going to tell you how. All right, so we're going to take it way back. We're going to rewind a little bit. And I know if you've been watching and listening to me, you're like, oh, Kim, not another database marketing story. But I have to, right? Because data is everything. Data is life. Without data, you don't know anything. And we are constantly, as human beings, collecting data, because without data, we don't know anything. So we're going to talk about data. So how database in marketing automation works, and we're going to sprinkle in a little AI, because now AI is in the mix. And without data, AI wouldn't work. So we have to talk about data. We have to. All right, so let's talk about how that works. So let's talk about automation. The whole essence of automation is to save time, to do things without human intervention. And when I worked in these database marketing companies, we had large data sets on people. And when I say we, not me per se. So I couldn't look and say, okay, Susie in Philadelphia or Daryl in Detroit, makes X amount of dollars. No, I didn't have access like that, but it was all anonymized. And then it was keyed off of certain things, and then it was tied to an email address so that we could then target and say, okay, well, this email address, we're going to now put them in this bucket so that they receive this piece of content. And then we're going to now target this piece of content to people in this bucket because they're more likely to click on it and transact on it. So that was how that worked. And how we created these buckets were through a process called segmentation. And segmentation just really went like this. We had the data to know where people were, who they were, and more importantly, what they were about to do, based on expert knowledge and then historical behaviors. So I'll give you an example. When I worked on one of the company's clients, who was a children's retailer, children's clothing retailer, if people were to buy a boy's shirt in size 3, they were more likely to buy boys' clothes in a size 3, or maybe a boy's shirt in a size 4, because children grow. So it was like things like that. Or maybe if someone took 3 trips a year, we would say, all right, well, next year they're probably going to take 3 trips a year. So let's show them these locations that are similar to the locations that they went last year. So that's the essence of segmentation, putting people in buckets so we can easily show them content. And then personalization got even further. We would use their first and last name, or maybe we would show them a point balance, or maybe we would show them another piece of data that was unique and personalized to them. Maybe we would show them like what city they're in, or maybe even the name of their favorite pet. I don't know. And the reason why I say favorite pet is because I'm going to be joined shortly by mine. And here we go. Here's Kenzo, if you are watching. And if you're listening, you may hear purring or a stray meow. Just go with it. I have a black cat sitting on my lap right now. And no, I don't edit out my pets. So That's how that automation went, because we didn't have time to customize and draft an email for every single person. It's impossible because we had email list of hundreds of people, not hundreds of people, millions of people. And that would have taken years to do. And we only had, a week to put together a campaign, because we had to do the HTML coding and all of this other stuff within maybe a week, 2 weeks if we were lucky. So now that was about 15 years. So now, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. So now we have that technology for small businesses. And now you have that technology available to you at a fraction of the price, easily, that you can do yourself. And now you got AI on top of it. So how does that work together? Well, there's a few things that you can do. You can write engaging emails in seconds, and automation sends them at the perfect time. And I'm just reading off my notes, but I'm going to give you some examples. So when you have an email, right, you normally would have to worry about a few things. First of all, you have to worry about your open rate. And this is the rate of the people that open versus the people that receive. You want your open rate to be as high as possible. Normally, above 30% is pretty good, right? So your subject lines need to be compelling enough where people say, okay, I want to open this. I want to check it out. And sometimes you're sitting there with a blank cursor. You're like, dang, I don't even know what subject line to write. And yeah, there used to be some tools out there that I would use, subject line analyzers, and it would tell you some stop words to use, some words to always use, some words to never use. And then you would run it through a spam filter, and it would give you a spam score. And then it would be a whole thing. And it would take me, I don't know, like an average of at least 15 minutes to try to craft something, craft the perfect word count, letter count, use these words but not that word. And it would just take it would be a big thing. And I was already familiar enough with email marketing to know a thing or two. So AI definitely helps out a lot with that. So I can just say, all right, I'm looking to create a 5-word subject line using these words, not this word. And I wanted to say this, but not that, and give me a list of 10. And then I would choose the best one. And then within the email marketing system, you can test your emails. You can test your subject line. So you can do what's known as a multivariate test or an A/B test, where you can say, all right, well, I want to test 2 subject lines, maybe 3, but no more than 3, please. You could test 2, and then you would send the winning subject line to the remainder of the list based on which one got the highest open. So you can do things like that. So AI definitely saves me a lot of time with subject lines. It can also save you a lot of time with writing the emails. But with caution, I did make another video about writing in general. You do want to make sure that you are authentic. You do want to make sure that you are giving it enough context, your tone of voice, your messaging. Everything needs to be perfect, because there's another metric you need to look out for within email marketing called your click rate. And your offer needs to be compelling enough where people said, okay, I want to know more about what this is about. And normally the content of the email lends itself to what is known as the click rate. And you want your click rate as high as possible. I don't have industry stats for the click rate because it tends to be a little bit all over the place. I would say at least like 2% is pretty good. And then, conversely, your opt-out rate should be as low as possible. Too many opt-outs will trigger to your ISP that something is wrong. Your spam complaint rate should be almost nil, because you should be using best practices to get your emails in the first place. But that's neither here nor there. That has nothing to do with AI. But I'm just rambling on about email best practices. But you can use AI to determine best send times, to help you out with your content, your subject lines, and you can put this into your into your funnels, into your automations to help you build these things a lot faster. And now within the platform that I use, you can use modules that will make calls to ChatGPT and other large language models to then go and craft responses back to your recipient that are in your voice. So you can do a lot more with the automation than just produce content one way. It can be something that is a little bit more autonomous, more agentic. And I'll talk more about what agentic looks like in another video. But that is how you can pair AI and marketing automation with it. In marketing, you can manage customer inquiries. So chatbots are going to be a big thing, I feel like, in 2025. I have my own thoughts on chatbots. Chatbots are really not that new, but I think chatbots are going to be less frustrating to come, because now it's going to have a larger data set to choose from. It's not going to be like, sorry, I don't understand, where you're typing human over and over. It's going to be not so much that you don't know that it's AI, but it's going to be more helpful to you. It's going to involve, I think, more of the business programming it a lot better. It's going to be using a technique known as retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, where the business is going to put a lot more information about its products, services, in a way that's easier to retrieve, for the bot to retrieve. The data is going to be a lot more accessible, so that the customer will be able to be serviced a lot easier. So we're going to see AI appointment setters, chatbots, FAQs, so that the business owners and the team can focus on bigger stuff. And then nurturing leads as well. So workflow automation keeps leads engaged with personalized follow-ups triggered by the actions. So like I said before, when I take it back to database marketing, we would do action-based email triggers. So if we think of people who just bought something, that's a trigger. People who just subscribed, that's a trigger. People who just opted out, well, you can't really do anything with opt-outs because it's against the law to keep talking to them, so you don't really trigger anything but an opt-out. But, people who, let's see, you maybe you purchase something, maybe you want to do a cross-sell, or maybe you want to do an upsell, maybe you want to... maybe if they do an inquiry, maybe you want to transfer them to a different department. You can do a lot of things based on triggers, but now you need fewer humans to be intermediaries in that transaction. So now you can use AI more for your routing, more for those lower level tasks, where if they have a simple basic question that's in your data set, then that answer can be served to your customer a lot faster. Oh, Kenzo just meowed. I'm sorry, y'all, if that was disruptive. So let me keep on going. Wait, pause for a second. What's the matter, Kenzo? All right, sorry, I gotta take the cat. All right. So we talked about FAQs, nurturing leads, personalized follow-ups triggered by their actions. So when someone opens an email, we can suggest the next step, like sending a relevant offer. So we can link offers together, right? So let's say if somebody purchases a course, they can get an offer for an additional course. So as an aside, as a pet owner, right? I'm going to stop talking about technology for a second. As a pet owner, don't you hate it when you try to cater to your pet as much as possible? You give them what they need. You give them food, snacks, treats, whatever, and then they still bother you. Because I could easily have put Kenzo in another room. I could have done a lot of things with this cat. He was just chilling like a second ago. And then when I get into the meat of what I want to talk about, then that's when he starts bothering me. So he's not on camera right now. He's underneath the table. And what he's doing, he's taking his sharp little claws and he's putting it into my leg. So it's really hard for me to talk about AI and automation when you have a cat who's trying to sink his teeth into your kneecaps, and that is not something that is beneficial to you, because you don't want to hear about my cat trying to cause me bodily harm. And I'm not trying to be harmed on camera, because that's not cool either. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep talking, and hopefully we can talk through this, because I've already sunk like 15 minutes into this video and I don't want to start over. I really don't. So we're just going to keep it moving. And if I get harmed, I get harmed. But I really want to tell you how AI and automation can work for your business. So let's keep going. All right. So it's not just a theory, it's real, it's practical, and it works. And I'm actually coming to a close anyways. So you may be saying, okay, Kim, this is wonderful and all, but I am just me. I'm just a coach. I'm just getting started, or I am doing okay without it. And I'm like, are you though? Are you though? Because there's always so much more to learn. I really think that these tools, although they were just only available to larger companies back in the day, they're available to you right now. And if you've ever tried to use them and got frustrated, or if you use them and you're like, you know what, I haven't sent out a single email in over a year or so, and I want to get back into it. I want to grow my list. I have a new launch. I have new products that I want to create. I have a new course. I have new services, but I don't know where to start. I watch this stuff. I'm frustrated. My VA doesn't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I have a solution for you. So it's called the Automated Thought Leader Academy, and it's a learn as you grow program. It's really starting where you are and choosing your own adventure. And it's a series of short, I won't even say videos or trainings or modules, because that sounds hella boring, right? But it's a series of short learnings, micro learnings rather, that really show you where you can get fast results with whatever you decide to do. I've segmented it into 3 different categories: beginner, medium, and advanced, really. And depending on where you find yourself, you can start where you think you are. And I go over email marketing, funnel building, landing pages, AI, and so much more. What's nice is we're going to do a monthly challenge plus weekly Q&A sessions, in which you can bring to me whatever it is that you're working on, whether you're working on a landing page, you're working on a funnel, you're working on automation, you're working on an AI project. So really, this is a program for anyone looking to strengthen their digital presence, strengthen their tech stack, and strengthen their knowledge of all things digital. Because the way I see it, this stuff isn't going away. This stuff is going to be ingrained in every single business and every single vertical. And I don't want to see anybody being left behind. All right, so that is the Automated Thought Leader. Information is located wherever this is posted. Sorry, I finally got Kenzo on my lap, and I hope he stays here. And you know, if this is something that you're interested in, but you'd like a further conversation with me, if you want to talk, I also have automation insight sessions too, so we can talk about where you are, where you want to be, your goals for the next 90 days, and we can talk about your tech stack, what's working, what's not working, and how I best can support you. Or yeah, I think I said that right. Yes, because I'm getting distracted. But yes, this is how AI and marketing automation can both work together for your business. And I would love to be part of your journey. So let me know how I can help. And hope you got something out of this video. I'll be back next time to talk more about automation and AI. So stay tuned. Bye. Say bye, Kenzo. You messed up my video. Bye.